Hi, this is Ira Brick, and I am interviewing people that own a restaurant in Northampton, Massachusetts. I'm in Belly of the Beast restaurant in Northampton with Amy Francis and Jesse Hassinger. And so I just want to say thank you and hello, and good to be in your restaurant.
Thank you. Wonderful to have you here.
Which, as you know, I'm a regular customer and a huge fan. I've sent many people here.
Yeah, no, we love it every time you and Lenore come in. It's really wonderful.
So let's just talk for a few minutes, and basically you both came from a background of working in food service. So just tell me a little bit about your background and what motivated you to run your own place.
Yeah, I think what motivated us, the main drive to run our own place, particularly here in Northampton, is the fact that the valley is so fertile and has so many farms around it, and we could not only get produce but also animals from the farms surrounding, where we're living. And the fact that we wanted to do something, the two of us, and own our own place and be able to give back to the community in that way and be a part of the community.
Because your last jobs were not together.
No.
That's correct. Yeah, we were both working in the restaurant industry in Boston in separate capacities. I've been in kitchens and butcher shop, and Amy was doing HR and front of house stuff at Flour.
At a big bakery in Boston.
Yeah, Flour and Myers and Shane. Yeah, and we both, I loved my job there. There's nothing that could have dragged me away other than having this dream and wanting to work with my best friend.
That's great.
So, yeah.
So let me just ask you a couple of things. You say not only get local food, which a lot of your stuff is farm to table, but get your own animals, and you have a butchering background. Does that mean that you are butchering?
Yes. So all the animals that we get into the establishment are in either large primals, which means large cuts that we then cut down to make whatever it is that's
parts
on
and
your
pieces,
plate, or actual whole animals in the cases of pigs. So we get in whole pigs, and we do all the butchering on site in our kitchen.
They're already slaughtered.
They're already slaughtered.
Yeah.
They're already cleaned. It's USDA approved. All of that wonderful fun stuff that needs to happen. But we are able to get so much more out of the animal because we're able to use everything from nose to tail. So
right, and I've had the BLT here and a million other things, and you can really taste the difference.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
This was digging a hole a few days ago. So.
We definitely do think that there is a significant difference in being able to start with the animal direct and go through the whole process ourselves. So how to cure and how to smoke.
I have more questions, but let's just take a little tour around you, and I'll follow you and just tell me about your restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to make it a really warm, welcoming space. So it's nicely lit and everything. We actually have the sandwich station is right to the back there, so that it can be very quick service as best we can with what we're making, even though we're making each item fresh to order. And then, we have about 30 to 36 seats, including the bar seats and everything, and it does tend to fill up at lunch, but we encourage people to sit together. We have 2 communal tables, and it's just about finding some community and
I'm not a huge fan by nature of sitting at other, I sort of did it in Italy because I had to, but here it's like that when you come in here you already have something in common with the other people because you have a distinct theme. So what is that concept?
Really,
aside from farm to table, like what is your menu like?
So we kind of coined the phrase comfort food mindfully made to explain what it is that we do on the menu, because it's a lot of things that we find ourselves cooking for each other, cooking for ourselves. That's kind of almost how recipe testing started for us many years ago. It's like, this is a wonderful dish. It's something that we always go back to, so it's definitely fun for us. And as we were kind of developing the idea of the restaurant, we were kind of leaning on those elements to be able to bring to the menu, so that we would have these great kind of comfort food, like nostalgic almost recipes that people might be familiar with.
So what are a couple of the ones that are your favorites or people's favorites?
I think one of the things that we absolutely loved bringing to the restaurant was our scrapple. It's not it's a very regional dish. It's very centered in Pennsylvania. My grandmother lived in Pennsylvania, so I spent a lot of my childhood summers there eating the Pennsylvania Dutch food that scrapple kind of comes from. So it's specifically geared towards like my own childhood and nostalgia, but it is a beautiful dish that we absolutely love putting on the menu. It's basically finely minced pork mixed with some spices and cornmeal, and then we slice it very thin and griddle it so that it's nice and crispy on the outside.
That's great.
We kind of think that it's almost better than bacon.
Yeah.
But at least it's a.
So for anybody that sees this, they can see the selections are really like healthy comfort food. I mean, I've brought several people in here who are of all along the spectrum of food, and they have all been wowed by the menu. So Belly of the Beast MA from Massachusetts, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
they can see the menu. So I just want to point out, so you're on Main Street in Northampton for people, because this website is gonna
You can.
hopefully go global. So I mean, this is
You can come outside and see the store.
Yeah,
Okay.
take a look at the store.
This is, Northampton, for people that are not familiar, several times has been declared best small art town in America. It's very hip, home of Smith College, home of Five College area, around the greater area. So how did you mentioned a little bit, Northampton.
Yeah, certainly it is the wealth of farms that surround the valley. That was a big draw, but also just culturally, this is such a good fit. I mean, people say it over and over again who live here. It just feels so good. The community here is really together on things. It's very progressive tone, and it really works for where we wanted to have our lives.
That's
and
great.
Be a part of the
So because this is a Next Gen Nexus website, can you talk a little bit about, you're the founders, you're not the next generation, but you are the next generation of society, killing us baby boomers, for instance. What's it like to be a couple, and what's it like to be in your generation, and how do you make a statement in that way?
I don't know that. I feel like those questions are kind of hard to define.
Whatever you want to say on the topic.
You only know your own experience. But, I do feel like, I think we're both exceptionally lucky that we're able to be entrepreneurs and open a business and start this establishment.
Let's go back inside. It's a little noisy. Okay. Back in. Okay, you're saying?
Yeah, so I think that from all that I hear, even from our elders, if you will, is that it's never been a harder time to sort of live out your dream and figure out what that is. And so I feel extremely lucky that we've been able to do that, and that we're moving forward in that way. And knock on wood.
And you've made a
it'll
commitment
work
to
out,
your
but-
business, but I just want to point out with total respect, you've actually made a commitment with your tats. You were telling me that your tattoos that you both have actually sort of are a wedding vow or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've definitely had, this whole thing has been a long time in the making. It's been an 8-year process of developing the idea behind this and to actually get the doors open. So it's definitely something that we've invested a lot of time, energy into. Not to mention, all the sweat and tears and money that have gone into trying to get this together. So it's really a dream that we've been successful in opening it, and we just hope that
That's great.
being able to stick to our ideals and have the community embrace us the way that they have, it will continue.
That's great. Well, I can only say I predict great success, and
Thank you.
I'm a fierce critic of horrible service and horrible quality, and you pass both of those tests. I've sent many people here, and I brought many people here, and people used to say to me when I had my store, I want to give you my money, and I want to just say, I want to give you my money.
Thank you, Ira. Yeah, no, we
appreciate
really
that.
appreciate that. And yeah, people make choices every day about where they eat and, you know, how they use their money. And that's a big thing about our concept, is that we want people to feel really good about where everything is sourced, and we really stand behind everything that we've made. So
Okay, so great. So when in Northampton, or when in Western Mass, or New England, or just on the East Coast, please
yeah,
point your...
swing by. We
Yeah,
love that.
okay.
Yeah.
Great, okay. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah.